The views, opinions, and positions expressed in this podcast called Mood Food are in no way the views, opinions, and positions of the Department of the Air Force, DoD, United States government, including resources listed today.
Hello folks, I'm your host for Moodfood Podcast, Jason Gordon. We are delighted to have you along with us for today's episode. Today we're going to be talking about the psychology of gift giving, the holidays, not to become overwhelmed, give you a few tips, and close out with a inspirational quote / song by Dolly Parton, one of my favorite artists. And I tell you, we need to find some positivity, and she's been very positive and beneficial to so many, especially during 2020. So it's that time of year, folks, when people's attention is really hyper-focused on the holiday ritual of gift giving. Shoppers are scurrying around about looking for that right prize gift for the loved one that they want to show that expression of love and appreciation to. Gift exchange is a major part of celebrating the holidays. But did you know that the entire act of gift giving can offer psychological benefits, whether it might be monetarily, you might be blessed with some finances that you can bless with monetary means, or gift giving in a small way of your time, or volunteering. It's very important, and it does have positive psychological effects on your life. Giving a gift is that universal way to show interest, appreciation, and gratitude and love to that special someone or many that you may encounter throughout your life. Better to give than it is to receive. How many of you have heard that as you've grown up through the years? And it is true, right? It is very true to better to give of yourself than to receive. And it's the altruism, which means unselfish concern for the well-being of others. When we give without expecting anything in return, we are improving our psychological health day in and day out. There is an enormous sense of satisfaction when seeing the expressions on the faces of the individuals that we may impact through giving of our time or our resources. It's very, very enlightening. It's very, very heartwarming to see that happen, especially when the less fortunate and people that are really struggling right now have no means to provide for their families. It's a way to express those thoughts and those feelings of giving of your resources and your time. It really reinforces that appreciation and acknowledgement of that individual or organization. The feelings expressed mainly depend on the relationship between the giver and the recipient. And so the expectation of reciprocity often comes with gift giving. And so that's when you really need to dial it back and look at the reasons why you do want to give of your resources and of your time. Because that's really the true reason why you want to give. And you don't have to tell people that you are giving someone or helping someone with such resources during this time, because you know that's the fun part. That's the inspirational part. That's the heartwarming part, is that you're doing something behind the curtain, behind the screens, and helping someone out. Psychologists aren't the only ones who understand the mental and emotional benefits of gift giving. The holiday season is also a big time for advertisers to tap into those thoughts and those feelings of the consumers in an effort to give them options to buy the products and things that might otherwise they may not be aware of. It seems as if Christmas advertising arrives so early every single year. And I believe that it's just part of that marketing part of just getting that stuff out there. Some people like to see that, some people don't. They want to get through Halloween first, the fall time of the year, Thanksgiving, and then we'll get into that holiday season as Christmas approaches for December 25th. And so whether it's through television commercials and shopping, through websites filled with holiday music and graphics and store displays offering festive cheer, consumers can't escape the holiday advertising or those thoughts and ideas that can come pretty early before the holiday season really hits hard and heavy. Gifts can also bring on feelings of negativity though, right? So for both the gift and both the giver and the receiver. So when the gift is much more or less than they expected. So don't set yourself up, don't put yourself in these situations, don't put others in these situations. that could really put them in a bind and make them feel like there's an obligation. That's not fair. It's not a healthy part of gift giving. So although gift giving can be a de-stressor, can create that balance, and the hunt for that perfect gift for your friends and family can also cause a lot of stress. And so the cost of gifts and what it takes to package them, and it can be a financial burden. So don't become financially obligated and put yourself in debt just for the sake of giving something. Give of your time. Cook someone a meal. Volunteer at an organization. It's okay. Give gift cards. Give something that otherwise, you don't want to over-obligate yourself through your time or your resources and finances. People need to remember there are ways to acknowledge others without going in debt, without having to purchase something. Christmas cards are a great way to tell you that, that person's important to you, and that it's a great way to keep that interconnection between you, and lets them know, the receiver know, that you are important to that family, and so they include you into their social network. Activities such as gatherings or parties are also a good way to share the holiday spirit without exchanging gifts. You're giving of your time. You are preparing meals. You are showing up and interacting with those that you find important and meaningful to your life. So the holidays and Christmas time are a great way to kind of take in what's around you. Look at 2020. Self-reflect on things that you've been through, that you've overcome. And not only that you've been through and overcame, but also you want to make sure that you acknowledge those that helped you get through it. That's the gift. That is the gift. They've given up their time and resources to really help you get through some difficult times. This time of the year is about finding something spiritual, meaningful, and wonderful about yourself, your life, and your spiritual development, whatever that belief may be in your life. Not to just give thanks or show appreciation through some materialistic or commercial sense, but to understand that you have a lot to be thankful for, a lot to have gratitude for. Despite everything, you're alive, you're relatively well, you have a life filled with people that love you and appreciate you. And yes, you may not realize it, they may not be there in your face day in and day out, but you have been blessed with technology, hopefully to keep in contact with those that really matter. You may feel unloved at times, unhappy at times, and stressed out, but those are the simple untruths we tell ourselves every single day. Reach back to those gifts that you've been blessed with all year around and be thankful for them. And that includes individuals and people that have really made it happen for you throughout this year. That means find yourself during this time of year. You may feel lost without that special loved one. There's been a lot of loss this year, but make sure that you stay plugged in with those that are still around, that still matter, and that still love you and appreciate you, and that you love and appreciate them as well. Find yourself in your spiritual foundation and your belief. Believe in it. Celebrate it. And don't be ashamed of it. Tell others about it if you want. And don't give up. Keep moving forward, even through this time of the year. Once again, don't over-obligate yourself. It's okay to say no. You can't go to every party, every situation. In the way things are now with COVID-19, it's probably not safe to do that. But just you do what you need to do for your own well-being to stay safe and well. But also stay connected with those that really matter. And look at what you value in your life. Look at what you value over this past year. Looking and focusing on things that really matter, that really got you through it, that really helped you when you had those darkest days. And the days ahead are going to be brighter, they're going to be more healthy, and they're going to be more positive for you. Just apply the things that we've reviewed over this year in the podcast, and you'll see those gifts will keep on giving to you from here on forward. Don't over-obligate yourself once again. That is a stuck point, and it's very tricky. Very tricky. So I'm going to stop for today's broadcast. This was just a quick little review of things to kind of hopefully put you in that holiday mood and spirit, but also give you some tips to don't let this holiday mood and spirit overtake you in a negative way. And so when we come back from Othel reading today's review, I will close out today's show with a song by Dolly Parton. I don't own the rights or the lyrics to this song. I'm just going to read you a little snippet from the song, but I encourage all of you to go on YouTube if you haven't heard it already and look this song up. So if they'll take it away, and then when you complete reading today's review, we'll come back, okay? So don't be selfish with your time. Give some time back to me. I'm just messing with you. All right, Othel, go ahead. Take it away.
Today, I'm going to be reading a review by Baker Country Bumpkin, and it states, uplifting. Jason's voice alone is so soothing and upbeat. I just finished Don't Let Things Bother You. He gave some great advice that I can hopefully put into action. We want to thank Baker Country Bumpkin for the great review. If you would like your review read on an episode of Mood Food, please email your comments to moodfoodpodcast@gmail.com or leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Thank you for tuning in.
And thank you, Othel, for reading today's review. That was quick. My goodness. You took what I had suggested really literally. I'm just messing with you. All right, folks. So here's that song by Dolly Parton. And it's I Still Believe. And once again, I don't own the rights to this song, either by singing it, lyrics-wise, nothing. But I encourage you to look it up on YouTube. It's a great song. It's a very moving song. And it goes like this. Even though we're walking through the valley of death, and unfortunately we've had a lot of loss this year, right? Scared and wondering what happens next. Uncertainty, division, anger, and the rest. I still believe. Questions of what and why and when. What is it, why it happened, and when will it end? These are strange and crazy times that we're living in, but I still believe. I believe there's a day, and it's coming soon, where we'll unmask this face of doom, walk hand in hand in perfect harmony, and I believe there are good deeds to be sowed, nurtured with love to make them grow. I believe that faith can heal our bodies, minds, and souls. Yes, that's what I believe. I believe to my very core we'll walk again in the sunshine by the seashore. That we'll dance and we'll sing and be happy again. Don't know how or when, but we will again. You'll see, I still believe. I believe. Believe that today, folks, and I encourage you to go on YouTube and listen to that song. And I hope that it speaks to you in a special way. And we want to thank you for joining us for today's broadcast of Mood Food Podcast. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts here at the podcast for making this podcast a success, not only here in the United States, but around the world. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, to like us, follow us, subscribe to us. We have our YouTube channel, we have our Facebook page, and our Instagram page. If you have any show ideas, please email us at moodfoodpodcast@gmail.com. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us for today's show. I'm very thankful for all of you out there. Stay strong, stay healthy, be there for each other. We are going to get through this. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. All of us here at the Mood Food Podcast, I'm your host, Jason Gordon, signing off. We'll talk to you soon. Bye now.